Thank you for tuning in. This is my introductory channel called Solo Roamin, and I'm here today mainly to try to learn how to do this. Now, I'm not a computer savvy person at all, and doing this kind of stuff is not so easy for me. But anyway, I'm going to try to do a few clips. And I'm up here at Oak Mountain State Park, and there are a few people around. They're distracting me. I hope they don't distract you. But anyway, I'm going to try to get this transferred into my laptop and try to get that transferred over to the YouTube editor, and hopefully get it to where you can watch it. I'm sure I'll get better at this as time goes on, and I'll buy better equipment and everything else as I get the money to do so. There's a lot of stuff out there that you can spend a lot of money on. I found that out. But anyway, right here is the trailer I'm going to be pulling. And I do a lot of outdoor stuff, so there are going to be videos about hiking, there are videos about canoeing and kayaking and fishing and tent camping, and so all that equipment is right here in this trailer. And that's what I'm going to do today, is show you how I've built this. Now this is just a little shot of how I'm going to be traveling. This is my Class C motorhome. I was going to buy something a lot newer and pay a lot more money for it and all that, a larger one, but I decided that I just wanted this small one. This is 22.5 feet from bumper to bumper, so it's not very long. And this is my trailer. This actual frame here came off of, well, it was actually an old Sears Elgin, and it's really old. That Elgin brand was sold through Sears back in the 50s and 60s. But all I wanted was a trailer frame, because I wanted to build it to do the way I wanted it to do. And so that was fine with me. But anyway, I don't think I paid but about $200 for it. And I wanted a boat trailer to start with, which I did cut about 3 feet off of this one. But this makes this real easy to pull around and to lift at the front. If you know anything about fulcrums and levers and all that, every bit of the weight, most of the weight, is centered over the axle here. I sort of split that. Now this came with a small axle and had 8-inch tires on it, and so I bought a new axle that would take the 12-inch tire, and that raised it up quite a bit and got it off the ground. I was real happy with that. But you can see that I have a toolbox here in the front, and I also have these two. I have a toolbox just like this one on the other side, so that makes for 2 metal truck toolboxes. Now originally I was going to build 2 wood boxes on this, and I just got to thinking that it would probably be a lot easier and it would be more secure if I could buy 2 metal toolboxes. So I looked on Craigslist for several days, and to my surprise, these toolboxes came on there. This guy had several of them. He wanted $150 a piece for them, which was a real good deal, because at the store I think these things sell for like $326 or something like that. So I bought 2 of them for $300, and I mean, he was stuck on that $150 each. I think I offered him $275 to buy 2 of them, and he said no, you can buy 2 of them for $300. So that's what I ended up spending, but it's been well worth it to me. Now I use this to carry camping equipment, fishing equipment, my canoe and my kayak, and this thing has worked out real well. It's been out west from Alabama twice, so it has had a lot of miles put on it, and then it worked real well. I've been real happy with it. The 5-gallon buckets, I added those on the back. That's actually a tool for canoeing or kayaking, because I just love 5-gallon buckets anyway. But in camp, these are a seat, and they carry food, they carry plates and napkins and forks and anything you could think of. And these are old pickle buckets, so if you have a deli or something not too far from you or wherever, that's where you'd want to pick these up. These held Clausen pickle spears, which you know, they put with a sandwich in a deli. And the good thing about these buckets is that they have a black O-ring in the top of the lid, and they're waterproof. So if you're going down a stream and something dumps you out of your kayak or your canoe, then it's real easy to find these buckets because they're going to float. Now, I had a new hitch coupling put on the front, because I did cut about 3 feet off of this. So I had a new one of those put on there, and the chain's welded to it, and the trailer jack that came with it didn't work, so I bought a new one of those and put it on there. Now, I had these LP tanks and really just didn't want to get rid of them. Now, the motorhome has a real good sized tank on it. I had a new valve put on that tank, so it had to be emptied, and filling it back up, it took 15.8 gallons. So with these 2 tanks here, which are almost 5 each, I'm pushing about 25 gallons of LP that I have with me, and I'm happy to have that. Now, these tanks hook up real easy to the RV if that tank should go empty. Now, also, I would use these tanks if I went camping with friends, tent camping, and that would give me LP to run my little LP gas stove for cooking and making coffee and whatnot. I also purchased this toolbox, which I had this extra space here, so why not? And it's worked out real well. I carry some camping stuff in there. Now, I rigged this up with some of these big O-ring nut and bolt things here, so that I'd have places to tie off. And I also put a few of these here and there in case I needed something extra. And we can't forget that you need a can opener. If you like good beer, you need a can opener, because that good beer does not come with a twist off cap. I don't know if any of you figured that out yet, but I did a long time ago. Something else I wanted to show you is when you tie down something to the roof of your car or whatever. Now, it's not so important here on this trailer because I'm not going to hear it, but you need to keep a little bit of twist in this line. When you have a perfectly straight line, that's when you get the most of that hum that you might have heard before when you strapped a canoe to the top of your car. If you leave that a little bit of slack so that it can expand and contract a little bit, then you're not going to get so much of that noise. Okay, so I took the kayak off because I wanted to show you the toolboxes and also the way I mounted these up here. I like this because it added a little bit of security, and also if I ever wanted to haul anything on this trailer, these things are removable, so I can take this bed for the canoe and kayak off if I just wanted to haul something on the trailer, which I'd have to tie down, of course. I thought I had this thing open, and I guess I didn't. Anyway, so let's open this up. This gave me a pretty good bit of room. These are some rods. I have the life vest I use and an extra life vest. This is the top to a 5-gallon bucket I use for live bait like shrimp and crawfish and such. And this is a portable depth finder, and it's worked pretty good for me. It's not one of those big fancy $800 in living color things, but it does let me know how deep the water is. And it's actually supposed to show fish down in there, and maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, I don't know. I was in my canoe one day, and the only thing it was showing for structure down there was one little fish looking symbol, and doggone if I didn't catch one fish right there. So maybe it worked. This is a backrest to the kayak. I really didn't like that seat back that came with it. It's an inexpensive kayak, and that's the way I do things anyway. I try not to spend any more money on stuff than I need to. I don't like being in debt. But anyway, I cut the bottom out of these toolboxes in 4 places. And I bought these good plastic boxes, containers at Academy Sports, I think. But anyway, this gives me more organization, and also it gives me more cubic foot capacity inside the toolbox. So I did that on both of the toolboxes, this one and the one on the other side, twice. I have two plastic these boxes in each side. This right here is my cast net. I have all kind of stuff in here. That's a fold up landing net. Like I said, that's my seat for my kayak. Inexpensive spare life preserver. And this is a rig I rigged up to hold the GoPro on my canoe, which I haven't used yet. I was actually going to film this first introductory video while canoeing around, and the weather's turned off bad. It has in most parts of the country. This is the first decent day we've had, but I still don't want to get out wading around the water today. So anyway, there we have it with my trailer, and I'm really happy with it. It's worked out really well, and something that I've been trying to do for a long time, even when I was living in a house. And I don't think I mentioned, I moved into this RV, and I am a full-time RVer right now. Something I was always trying to do was get all of my stuff together, because every time I got ready to go camping or something, I had to run all over the place and try to find out, well, where did I put that, and where did I put this, and everything else. But right now, all of my outdoorsy stuff is in one place. I know where to find it. Actually, I don't even have to look for it, because it's going to be with me wherever I go. So that's what this adventure is going to be about. And using the word adventure, my first work camping job is going to be at Adventureland Amusement Park that I'm sure some of you have heard of. And that job starts at the end of April. So I'm going to be leaving Birmingham here in about 2 weeks. I'm going to take my time driving up to Iowa. That's where Adventureland Amusement Park is, for those that don't know. It's a suburb of Des Moines called Altoona. And so I'm really looking forward to that. I can't imagine what could be more fun than being in an amusement park with the smell of popcorn and cotton candy in the air, and merry-go-round music. And so that's what I'm going to be up to. So I hope the future videos are better than this one. It's been kind of hard for me to keep my thoughts together. And if you're seeing this, apparently I did manage to somehow or the other get this through the YouTube film editor. and out to where you can see it. But anyway, bear with me, and I hope to show you some real good times and have a few laughs and do a little traveling and a little outdoorsy stuff and just generally have a good time. So bear with me, like, subscribe, and thank you very much.